Welcome everyone to Gentle Yoga with Leo Bray for Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center. Visit us online at urbanyoga.org or Kristen Olson's Urban Yoga Center on Facebook to check out our schedule and stop by the tip jar to contribute to support these classes that we offer. We'll start out seated today. I'm going to sit up on my blocks. If you have some blocks or a block, you might sit elevated. What I'm doing is sitting on the forward edge of the blocks to let my pelvis tilt forward like that. And this helps the front of the hips open and gives room for the lower spine to sort of extend downward. So you can sit on a folded blanket or towel or a pillow, or maybe you just want to sit on the floor. Just find a seat that's comfortable for you. Close your eyes if you want. Rest your hands where they're comfortable. Feel your contact with the ground or whatever else you're sitting on. Think about the length of your spine to help you sit tall without being rigid, without being stiff. Notice your breath, letting it slow down and get deeper as we find our comfortable stillness. Observing the movements of the breath, because we're never fully still. Taking in the way those movements feel as you get comfortable and quiet. Take in your surroundings, just whatever is touching upon your senses of sight, of hearing, of touch, maybe even smells, scents. And then turning inward, scan your body and take in whatever sensations are present in your body right now. Not aiming here to change anything, just taking stock. Taking particular note of anything that doesn't feel so good, if there's anything like that for you, any stiffness, any soreness. Make mental notes so that you can keep these things in mind as we practice. Bearing in mind that you're welcome to skip or modify any part of what I'll be doing. And finding the practice that's best for you by exercising choice. Whenever you find that your attention has drifted away from observing your body, away from paying attention to your breath, you can just gently redirect, come back, keep listening in, keep taking care of yourself. And maybe it's part of your practice to set your own intention, something specific to yourself. If so, you can layer that on now. Let your intention come together and sink in. And with our intentions in place, let's share 3 deep cleansing breaths. Breathe in through your nose and breathe out through your mouth with a sigh. Allow your eyes to open if they're still closed. Let your chin come down towards your chest. Nice and slowly start some circles. Roll your ear towards your shoulder and let your head tip back. And your other ear over towards your shoulder. Come back to center. Go as slowly as you can or as slowly as you like. If you find a particularly tight spot, you might pause there and rock back and forth and help release some of that tightness. When you finish the next circle, change direction and take a few going the other way. And when you finish the next circle, lift your chin and look forward. Bring your hands to the sides. Rest your fingertips on the ground. Stay tall, stay long in the spine. Inhale, lift your left arm up alongside your ear. And as you exhale, reach to your right. Feel for length from your hip up through your fingertips. Try to stay equally grounded in your seat. Keep both cheeks on the ground or on whatever you're sitting on. Inhale to come upright. As you exhale, come into a twist. Bring the left hand to the ground behind you and your right hand to your left leg. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, see about twisting some more. Work your way up from the waist and find how much twist feels like enough. Let yourself unwind, come back through center. Inhale, raise your right arm. As you exhale, reach to the left. Inhale, come up. And exhale, come into your other twist. Inhale, lengthen up. Exhale, invite your body further into the twist. And let yourself unwind, come back to center. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head tip back. Exhale, draw your heart back and let your head tip forward. Follow your breath. Maybe your breaths are longer than mine or shorter. And after your next exhale, sit up tall again. Take whichever leg's in front of the other one and hold it up. Take your opposite hand and get your fingers in between your toes. And let your ankle be passive, let the foot hang limp, and use your hand to move your foot in circles. Nice, gentle, slow circles for your ankle. And take a few in each direction. And release your toes. Use both hands, both arms to cradle your leg. You don't have to grip just like this. Whatever grip you can support the weight of your leg with, let it hang in the hip socket and make some slow, gentle circles, rocking your femur in your hip socket. Taking a few circles in each direction. Let that leg down. Bring the other one in front. Hold your leg up, let your foot hang. Get your fingers between your toes and make those slow, easy circles with your foot. And change direction. Release your toes. Support the weight of your leg with both arms. And make those big, slow circles with your leg. Taking a few circles in either direction. And let that leg down. Let's make our way up onto our hands and knees. Maybe you tip forward or maybe you tip to one side to get there. Whatever you prefer. Bring your hips above your knees. Shoulders might be right above your wrists, or if that's too much on your wrists, you can have your hands further forward. Take some pressure off the wrists. You can pad your knees with a folded blanket or pillow if it bothers your knees to be like this. Inhale, bring your heart forward, let your head and tailbone go up. Exhale, bring your heart up, let your head and tailbone come down. Take a few more breaths at your own pace. After your next exhale, come back to table with your back sort of parallel to the ground. Reach your right foot back and press into the ball of your foot. With your next inhale, reach your left arm to the side. If you like, pick your foot up, reach straight back through the sole of your foot. If you like, bend your leg, reach back. If you can, take a bind, take hold, lift your knee, lift your chin. Release and lower down. Reach back, press into the ball of your left foot. Inhale, reach your right arm to the side. If you like, pick your foot up, reach straight back in the air. And if you like, bend your knee, reach back, see about that bind. Release and lower down. Bring your big toes together. Send your knees further apart if you like. Sit back towards your heels. Bring your hands forward, let your head come down. Child's pose. Vary it any way that you like. It can be active or more passive. Scan your body, check in with your breathing. Inhale, bring yourself forward and up, back to table. And here you might use blocks. I'm going to bring my blocks in to show. Having blocks here can ease these transitions when we go from table to stepping forward. You can step your left foot up between your hands. Step your right foot up to meet it and hang out in a forward fold. You might keep the blocks and rest your hands on them or set them aside. Bend one leg and then the other, sway back and forth. Maybe your hands hang on the ground, drag on the ground, or hang in the air. Or clasp your elbows. Or clasp behind your head for some neck traction. If your hands aren't hanging down, let them hang down again. And gently shake your head no. And nod your head yes. Inhale, lift up halfway, press your hands to the front of your legs. Feel the crown of your head move forward away from your tailbone. Exhale, relax down. Inhale, roll slowly to standing, hands up overhead. And exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Let your hands hang at your sides. Lift your left shoulder towards your ear. Slide it back and let it down. And then your right shoulder up and back and down. Inhale, reach out to the sides. Exhale, reach for your shoulder blades and hug yourself. And bring your chin to your shoulder. Let it roll down past your sternum and up to the other shoulder. Pardon me, down past the sternum, up to the other shoulder. And turn your head back to center. Inhale, open up again. As you exhale, cross the other way. Bring your chin to your shoulder. Let your chin roll down past your sternum and up to the other shoulder. Down past your sternum, up to the other shoulder. Turn your head to center. Inhale, open up. Exhale, twist to the right. Take a couple breaths. Inhale, face front. Exhale, twist to the left and take a couple breaths. Inhale, face front. Exhale, arms down. Inhale, your arms out and up overhead. Interlace your fingers, flip your palms up, look up at your hands, and lift up your heart. Inhale to come upright. Exhale, bend to the left. Feel for length through both arms. Try to keep the right heel down. Inhale, come upright. And exhale, bend to the other side. Inhale, come upright. Exhale, let your arms come down. Inhale your arms out and up overhead. Exhale to fold forward. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold forward. Plant your hands on the floor or on blocks and step your left foot back to a runner's lunge. And then let your left knee down. Uncurl your left toes. Bring your hands to your right knee and lift yourself up. Find steadiness here. And when you're steady, exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. The movement can be as small or big as you want. See how it feels in your hips, your quads, your hamstrings. We can add in an arm movement. You can raise your left arm or maybe both arms. And as you exhale and come forward, lower your arms. As you inhale, glide back, raise your arms. You can always bring one hand to your knee to steady yourself. From the top of the movement, let's twist. Reach your left hand forward. No, left hand back, right hand forward. My bad. Of course. You can always bring this hand to your knee for steadiness. And come back to center and twist to the right. The right hand goes back. Left hand can reach forward or rest on your knee. And come back to center and bring your hands down. Curl the back toes under, press into your foot to lift your knee, runner's lunge, and step your foot forward. Step the right foot back, find runner's lunge here, and then let the right knee down, uncurl your right toes, bring your hands to your left knee, lift your torso, steady yourself. When you're stable here, exhale, sink forward. Inhale, glide back. If and when you like, you can add in those arm movements, one arm or both arms. And twist to the right. Come back to center and twist to the left. And come back to center. Bring your hands down. Curl your right toes under. Press into your foot, lift your right knee. And step your right foot forward. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Plant your hands, step one foot back and then the other. Come to a plank. Plank can be like this or like this. Either way, let your hips come down in line with your shoulders and your knees, whether your plank is the longer one or the shorter one. On an exhale, slowly lower all the way down. Keep your elbows in close to your body. Press into your hands. Inhale, lift your head and chest to whatever height feels okay for you. Listen to your lower back. So maybe it's really low at first. Maybe next time will be higher. Exhaling, rock back, pass through table. Curl your toes under. Press into your feet to lift your knees. And press into your hands to lift your tail. Finding your first downward facing dog. Pedal your feet up and down. Heels getting closer to the ground. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale to lift halfway up. Exhale to come down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to your heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale down. Step back to your plank. When you're ready, on an exhale, lower halfway or all the way. Inhale to bring your heart forward. Exhale, rock back and up. Inhale, bend your knees, look forward. Exhale, step your feet forward. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale, come down. Inhale all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale, come up halfway. Exhale down. Step back to your plank. On an exhale, lower. Inhale, open your heart. Exhale back and up. Take 3 cleansing breaths in your downward facing dog. Let your knees come down. Make your way to child's pose again. And just breathe. Notice whatever there is to notice. Checking with your body, checking in with your breath. Inhale, bring yourself forward, back to table. Take your time to make your way back up to downward facing dog. And walk your hands back to your feet, little baby steps. Inhale to lift up halfway. Exhale to fold. Inhale, roll up to standing, hands overhead. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Set your eyes on something at eye level that won't move. Shift your weight from one leg to the other with your feet planted. Let the weight come into your left leg. Let that knee stay soft and bouncy. Turn your right toes out, feet perpendicular. Bring your heel in and up onto your ankle. So maybe your tree pose is right there like that. Maybe you bring the sole of your foot onto your calf. Sometimes we put the sole of the foot on the thigh, just never on the side of the knee. And wherever your foot is, your knee keeps coming out to the side. Your hands can stay right here, pressing together for steadiness, or you can explore letting the branches of your tree go anywhere at all. Whatever arm expression is calling you. Maybe you aim at being more still, or maybe you play with movement. You can put your foot down and pick it up anytime, as many times as we want. Bring your hands back to your heart if they're elsewhere. And bring your knee forward and let your foot down. Shake your left leg and shake anything else you want to shake. And when you're ready, bring your hands back to your heart. Shift from one leg to the other, feet planted again. And when you're ready, bring the weight into your right leg. Remember to let the knee remain soft. Turn your left toes to the side. Bring your left heel to your right ankle. And you could keep those toes on the ground, or maybe bring the sole of your foot up onto your calf, maybe up onto your thigh. And do what you like with your hands and your arms. If your hands are elsewhere, bring them back to your heart. Pivot your knee forward, let your foot down, and shake as needed. Let's come down and have a seat on the floor again. So extend your legs forward and flex your feet back towards you. Inhale to reach your arms up overhead. As you exhale, fold down over your legs. If your knees want to bend, let them bend. On each inhale, think of the crown of your head reaching forward. On each exhale, think of lowering some more. Feel for release in your lower back. Inhaling, slowly walk your hands up the front of your legs. Let your arms help lift your torso up. Use your arms to nudge your legs apart to whatever degree feels okay for you. Keep letting your arms help your legs. Bend your right leg and bring your right foot to your left thigh or left knee. Pivot your torso, aim your sternum at your left foot and flex your left foot back towards you. Inhale, reach your arms up overhead. Exhale, fold down over that leg. Inhale, think of lengthening forward. Exhale, think of lowering down. Open your left arm out to the side. Turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your right hip and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Bring your left hand back over by your right hand. Reach your right arm over to the right. Turn your head to the right. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your left hip and peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Turn your thumb up. Reach your arm up alongside your right ear. Reach your right hand towards your left hand. Undoing compression in the lower back here. Compression that accumulates with all the time we spend sitting. Slowly reach your arm up, back out to the right. Swing it across, bring your right hand over by your left hand. Walk your hands up the front of your leg and sit up. Let your arms help extend your right leg. Bend your left leg, bring the foot to the right leg. Flex your right foot back towards you. Aim the center of your chest at your right foot. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, fold down. Reach your right arm to the side, turn your head to the right. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your left hip. Peel your right shoulder back. Extend your arm. Bring your right hand back over by your left hand. Reach your left arm out to the left. Turn your head to the left. Turn your thumb down. Reach the back of your hand towards your right hip and peel your left shoulder back. Extend your arm. Turn your thumb up. Reach your arm up alongside your ear. Reach your left hand towards your right hand. Slowly reach up and out to the side and swing your arm all the way across. Bring your left hand back over to your right hand. Walk your hands up your leg and sit up. Using your arms, extend your left leg. Nudge your legs towards each other. Bring the soles of your feet together with a big space between your pelvis and your heels. You're going to grab the floor, either reaching under the ankles or over the ankles, and walk your hands forward. Let your neck release, let your head drop. Breathe into the center of your lower back. And slowly walk your hands back. Press yourself up to a seat. Draw your heels in as close as you can. Interlace your fingers and grab your toes. Wriggle on your seat to tilt your pelvis forward. Bring the bones in your seat closer to the ground. Inhale, lengthen up through the crown of your head. As you exhale, hinge at the hips, fold forward with your spine long. At first, see how far the long spine will go. Maybe your elbows press down on the insides of your legs. When the long spine has stopped lowering, let your head lower. Breathe into your hips. Inhale, slowly sit up. Use your arms to lift your knees towards each other. Rest your feet on the floor. Rest your hands on the floor. Wiggle your feet further apart. And let your knees go back and forth. Turn your head to the opposite side as your knees go down. We're going to come down onto our backs and set up for bridge pose. Feet planted, scoot towards your heels. Come on your forearms, onto your back. So you wind up with your heels as close to your butt as they'll go. And we're going to take supported bridge. If you've got two blocks, you might put one between your knees on the middle position. Press into the soles of your feet. Inhale to lift your hips up. And then bring the other block under your sacrum and come down to rest on your block. And we're just going to let the blocks do all the work for a minute. So once you're in the supported bridge, the block between the knees isn't really doing much anyway. The block between the knees is more useful when you're floating up and down, when you're changing position. Once you're at rest in any position, the block's not really doing much. Pressing into the soles of your feet. Inhale, lift up off your block. Move it out from under you. Exhale, slowly come down. Move blocks out of the way. Draw your knees towards your chest. Hug your knees and rock and roll on your back. Massage it against the ground. Any movements you like. And grab your strap. Run it under your feet, open it up, take one end in each hand. Keeping your head and your shoulder blades and your sacrum on the ground, reach your feet up. Point your toes at the ceiling. Point your toes towards your face. Let your feet relax. Slide them apart. Bring them back together. Take your left foot out of the strap. Press the back of your left leg to the floor. Hold the strap in your left hand. Reach your right arm to the side. Draw your leg to the left, lifting your sacrum. Turn your head to the right. Try to keep your shoulders down. Bring everything back to center. Take the strap in your right hand. Press your left hand down on the front of your left hip and let your leg fall to the right. Keeping the left hip down as the right leg goes out to the side. Keep the pelvis from rolling. Try to keep your left cheek on the ground. Very gently come back to center. Lift your left leg. Step your left foot into the strap. Take your right foot out. Press your right leg down. Reach your left arm to the side. Draw your leg to the right and turn your head to the left. I dropped my strap and had to start over. Come slowly back to center. Take the strap in your left hand. Press down on the front of your right hip. Let your leg fall to the left. Nice and easy, come back to center. Raise your right leg. Draw your knees in, set your strap aside. Reach your feet up. Reach your hands up, grab your legs or grab your feet. Play with bending and straightening your arms and legs. Play with inverting as long as you like. Whenever you feel complete there, make your way to your final resting pose. You might go with corpse pose, the classic standard posture to conclude practice. Legs extended, feet splayed open, hands at your sides. If that's not comfortable, get comfortable. Comfortable can be any position. Only you know where you're comfortable. Once you find your comfortable stillness, you might focus on your breathing. Or come back to reflect on an intention you set for yourself. Or give your mind permission to disengage. Give yourself some deeper breaths. Let yourself move around bit by bit. Take your time, letting your movements gradually get bigger and bigger. Moving mindfully, cherishing and extending the relaxed state. When you're ready, you can gently sit up. And if you like, bring your hands up to your heart. Thank you for sharing practice today. The light within me sees, honors, and bows to the same light within each of you. Namaste.